Okay, um, at the moment there's a big craze in cryptocurrency about decentralized finance, but and something called yield farming. All these things are pretty cool in their own self, but I think at the end of the game, it's a kind of a zero-sum game, because the problem that it's trying to fix is just creating a very money-hungry system. I mean, in a way, I feel it's even worse than 2017. But one thing I would like to see on Ethereum, but I doubt someone will make it, because I don't think it makes any financial sense for them to make it, is license management. So I think there would be a deployer where a business owner, they create their own ERC20 token, so I guess there is a deployer, and then a business owner creates through deployer his own ERC20 token, and this token interacts with a contract where this contract interaction with the token required fields, so it requires some fields. I think it's actually a require field. So it's a require field, website link, and you bind the ERC20 token somehow. Maybe this is actually it's an ERC20 token. It does a contract interaction where there's a website with the website link. It's being required. I'm just playing around. Like, this is something that I've been thinking, but I've never actually tried to put it into a diagram. And it will generate an ERC721 token. Now this ERC721, I think, should be composed of two things. Actually multiple. So it's like this, where it's a business name, or product name, product version, and a product license website. So this ERC20 token serves as a product. How can I bold this? Okay, so it's a product, and this generated ERC that works like a license. So like this. I don't even know how to arrange it, but I don't even think this is the right type of arrow. I think it's it's this one, let's say. No. Well, so it's like this. Now, when this token has been generated, this contract somehow should or ERC token. So this is actually simple. So the ERC20 token is the product, which can be identified here, and this is the website. So in essence, the license of a software can be put on the blockchain and store it on the blockchain. And as an ERC 721 token is generated, it's pretty transparent on how many people are using the software. I think this would be something that would bring a lot of transparency in the market, because if a standard like this would fit, no business will be able to kind of lie on their numbers, and at the same time it's pretty visible on who uses the product and who doesn't. Now, I don't know if this might work for everyone, but I think it would be pretty cool to see who's using what, and this could be used on any kind of scale. It will also be pretty simple to maybe in the future, like making it so that there is an expiration field here in this ERC21. You use the token and maybe it self-destructs. So this would kind of work like an expiration. So for example, if a license is valid only for 1 year, after it's being activated in the ERC 721, I hope I got it right, then it will self-destruct after 1 year, which means that the license has expired, and everything would be happening on chain once a token has been generated. In a way, this makes a lot of sense, because someone might purchase a product very early but not actually use it, and the way to track when he uses it is through this ERC 721 token, which goes on a site. Now, this would make staging websites or things like that a bit more complicated, but at the same time they could run on the Robstein or some test network. But why would someone use this? Well, usually people license a software either for legal reasons, so this could be something, to have it transparent on the blockchain and always there, so people cannot be sued for wrongfully using a software, maybe, no matter how they got a license, because at the end of the day only the business owner can use the deployer to get the ERC20 token, and if someone bought 100 and then resold them, it's the reseller's issue, it's not the business owner's issue at some point. I think this could actually solve a lot of problems when it comes to software licensing. One of the main things that will be happening is software updates. So there is an update to be downloaded. Sometimes I wish I knew better colors. So let's take an example: software updates. The website requests an update file. So when a software update is released, the website requests an update file. There is a contract request. It would be awesome to store everything on the blockchain, including zip files, but I don't know how feasible that would be, because if it's on the blockchain, how can it be distributed to ERC 721 token holders while at the same time not allowing someone else to download something? That could be actually very interesting to solve too. So request website requests file update, request reaches an update delivery domain. Let's call it update delivery location. And this one, let's say that, how can we put something to, there is a website link, and there's also the request is coming from the website. That's also a thing. Maybe this could be an important thing. I don't know. So maybe a website link just comes from that. And another thing required is, my dog is snoring. The dog. And a ERC20 token, which is the product identifier, some kind of a product ID. So this is also part of the request. Then I think I can just make these to be like this, so it makes sense. Okay. Then I also want to make these for the sake of clarity. Now this website needs to determine if the website is, if it has a valid license. So decision diamond is valid request. Okay. So how do we determine if something is a valid request? Well, we'll go through it in a bit. If it's, let's say it's not, invalid request response, and if it is valid, well, let's just say is valid request, it's a no, and I'll just copy this and just put it here and link it like this. Now this, I want to use it like, I'm just playing with it, but I don't even know how to make it look good. I'll just put it here. Okay, and maybe this should not be a triangle, maybe should this be a process, kind of. Right. So if yes, then return a zip file contents. Let's say it returns a zip file where the software is. So let's take an explanation here. So we determine if license, if website is licensed. So there is a contract interaction. Oh, I need to change these. So there is a contract interaction which will go and check if there is an ERC it just needs to check if it exists, because if it's self-destructed, it doesn't exist. So it will just check if there is an ERC that matches these two things. Okay, so like this, I think this is a pretty simple way to do the licensing on the blockchain, and it seems pretty simple. Now, I wanted to create this, but I haven't actually did anything on the blockchain yet, and I don't really want to play around with it. But in case you do, I think this would be really cool. Anytime someone needs to generate an ERC 721, maybe this one can be unwrapped, but if it's unwrapped, then what stops someone to unwrap it on the last day? Or maybe the token can just have this one changed. So, because I think this is a non-fungible token actually, so it cannot be. I think this is the NFT, but maybe it should be a different ERC where one certain thing can be changed, whereas this one would be cool if this could be updated, right? So if this could be updated, if someone wants to change a licensed site, he can just change it. And like this, there can be an universal standard of license management, and a company can have all their licenses somewhere and manage them, and it doesn't even matter if a license leaks, because it cannot leak. Someone needs to own it in his Ethereum wallet. And like this, it doesn't matter if someone runs a how is it called? It does also DDoS, kind of DDoS, how is it called? Attack on passwords to steal passwords, brute force. It doesn't matter if someone would brute force to guess license keys and then validate a specific site, because it would kind of go to the shit. You know, there's going to be no need of license keys, because there's no key. The token is the key, and the token needs to create on the chain the ERC, let's call it ERC, the NFT type token from the ERC20 token by getting a website link, and it just licenses the website. So there's going to be no license key. You have the token, you have a license. Do you have the NFT thing? You have a licensed website. You don't have a license, you have a licensed website. I think this is something that someone will come up with at one point. But again, someone that would actually build this, I think, I don't even know, there needs to be either a tree level And then the problem with the blockchain is someone can just come and fork this whole thing, right? That's the way it is. Someone just comes in and forks this whole thing. So if someone creates it, he needs to make it for free or get some patents to back up his thing so that nobody else can do it. But this is a pretty simple way to get licenses on the blockchain. It's so stupid simple, but I think that's what makes it magic. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my opinion on what would be cool to be on the blockchain. This is on the Ethereum network, and I'll probably put the diagram in the video. I don't know, but I'll just recap it. I don't want to put it. If you want, you can just take screenshots and you have it. So this is the top part, and then this is the bottom part. That's pretty much it.